Hey everyone, welcome to Middleton, Florida. This is what I've been calling Michelle's house. No, we're not getting divorced. No, my kids haven't left me. We just have been working on acquiring this place. I know I need to explain it to you. So I want you to, no, we shouldn't go in the front door. We gotta go in the garage. The garage is the most important part of the whole house. Remember, the garage is the anchor of the obsession here. So even though this technically isn't my house, this is Michelle's house, the garage is the most important part. The house to me is attached to the garage. So we are about 20 miles from where our normal house is in Lady Lake. And the reason that we bought this in this little Pleasantville of the Villages is the school. I'll show you out back. We have a view of the stadium. The kids are going to school here, and they just opened the school up last year. So we've been doing the commute for a year. I've been reluctant to want to do this. And so we decided that we're going to get a house here as an investment property with the possibility of selling the Lady Lake house and moving here full time. So we're kind of torn on what to do. But Michele had bought this house. She's been saving for a couple of years. She actually got a job as the director of the volleyball program here. She's building this big club, and she's the high school coach. So she's been saving her money. She saved the money for the down payment. She saved her money to buy all the furniture that we've purchased, and then all the utensils and things like that we have here in the house that I've been putting together lists of stuff. Actually, if you're interested in the list, shoot me an email. Happy to send it to you, matt@obsessedgarage.com. I made a spreadsheet of, I think it's like 180 different items to outfit the towels and spatulas and silverware and all the different things that, I guess it's called flatware, all the different things you would need to outfit the kitchen. I made a spreadsheet with a listing of all the stuff that you might be interested in. So the garage here, we just brought the furniture in. I guess a pretty narrow, or a narrow-ish three-car. It does have 8-foot doors, which is nice, and I was able to add on insulated doors, which is also really nice. And then it's about, at this depth here is 28 feet. It goes all the way back to 32 feet in the corner there. And so let's just say it's roughly 31 by 20, say 31 by 30, something like that. The garage is actually going to be a really great muse to kind of show people, you know, what a nice, oversized, sort of normal house, normal garage could look like. And so that was another reason for me, from a business perspective, to be interested in helping Michele invest in this property. We put this in her name, and I made her go through all the mortgage process. She never bought a house before. I've always done all the work. I mean, I was a financial advisor for 15, 16 years. So this garage will become a showroom for us. I'm actually building, and I have to select the property. Middleton Town Square is, where is it? It's like right there, like a quarter of a mile that way. And so we're going to be building a design studio and showroom. And that showroom will be where we are doing garages here locally. There's 150,000 homes or so here in the Villages, Florida. It's going to give my kids that opportunity to experience that like 1990s, you know, life that I had, where they jump on their bikes and all their friends live around here. There's a pool right there, pickleball courts, everything you would need is right here in this little town. I'm considering selling the Lady Lake house, but I guess it's better 3-to-1. If the three of them are here, Michelle's coaching here, the kids are going to school here, they're playing all their sports here. If I just, I could sell that house, hire a driver for the next 10 years and still come out way ahead if I needed to do something like that. So anyway, this garage, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to put a wall up here, and I'll go into more detail. If you're an Inside the Hex member, I've already showed all this, but I'm going to put a straight wall across. So that way we're going to create a mud room, and then I need a flat wall. And so when we build a design studio right up the street, so this place will be the showroom for lighting, flooring, our closet systems, all that stuff. So there is a joint business purpose here. I even considered maybe we convert and have these enter into the Destination OG portfolio, if you will. So maybe if somebody wants to come and spend time here or locally, they could experience a house. Once I get it all set up, maybe that could be an option for people. Pressure washer going on the wall. I think we're going to do some slat wall for the first time. I'm in this town. I'm going to have to simplify a bit and maybe make some concessions on how detailed we get. I mean, we're so used to doing these 150, 200, $300,000 garages. You're used to seeing us do that, but all of that high-end stuff applies to a more practical footprint. So I want to be able to show that. And so when Michele approached me with this idea, my gears start turning on how can I make this a business opportunity for us. And so showroom / this becomes an extension of the showroom because it's right down the street. The good news for me is that I'm going to make her have to keep it clean all the time, which she's not going to like. But anyway, we're putting some mini splits in. So when we moved out of the yarn building, these are the Cree lights from the yarn building. That is the mini split conditioning, the Mitsubishi system from the yarn building. It's a little oversized for here, but we're going to put one cassette on the wall here, the other cassette on the wall centered. And so when we put this wall in here and we build this mud room with some nature cast, I'm going to build a sink and all that kind of stuff. In the mud room area, we're going to build some lockers, put some lev rack in here as well. It's this building this wall here gives me that big giant wall that I like to do where I can have a symmetrical cabinet setup. So let's go in the house and I'll show you what this place looks like. This is a 3,100 square foot house. It's 3,097 square feet. And here is the laundry room, and check it out. I'm gonna test it out. These are the new black powder coated Speed Queens. The general recommendation, if you want the best performing Speed Queen, is to buy the TC5 DC5 combo. I decided to do the TR7 DR7 version, which is the electronic version of it. But I'm still doing the front loading dryer in gas, which I've never done gas before. We have natural gas at this house, and then we're doing the matching matte black in washer, top load washer. So most of the testing, the TR series is the new tub. The DC series or the TC series is the old analog button, but has the old tub. So they brought that back. So if you want the best performer, TC5, DC5. If you want the best looking one, which still isn't great looking, but if you want the best looking, slightly less performance, you can do the TR version of it. And then actually their front loaders aren't HE, so as long as they're not high efficiency, then you get really good performance out of it. So I'm going to test these out in this house. I know many of you bought these, but check out how cool the black looks. At least it doesn't look quite as bad as it used to. So there are 4 bedrooms in this house. We're going to use 3 of them, obviously. This is going to be Ryan's setup. You guys remember Mr. Perry's helped me on many projects before Mike came and started working for us. I have Mike up to his eyeballs at HQ, so I'm having Perry put in lights. This house, they didn't do any light bulbs. They didn't do any light fixtures, or very few of them. So we're adding about 45 to the house. So I had hired Perry and his crew to come here and do this. They can knock it out in a couple of days, where if Mike's doing it all by himself, it would take quite a bit longer, and we have a bunch of other stuff to work on. So Ryan's gonna have a desk and a bed, and this room is kind of tight, but he wants this here because there's a bathroom attached to it. And theoretically, we're gonna, again, keep the Lady Lake house, so most of his stuff will stay there. So the closet's really small in this room. I think this is meant more to be an office, but he wants it to be his room because it's segregated from where Kate is. The whole floor is a white oak, emulated porcelain tile. It might be just a regular ceramic tile. So the way the Villages works, they have like 35 models you can choose from. Then you have to pick the lot, and then you go to the design center, and you have 3 5-hour appointments to pick out countertops, cabinet color, light fixtures. What do you want to do in the bathroom tiles? But there's things like toilets you don't get to pick. You don't get to pick you just choose if you want window treatments or not. You choose your baseboards throughout the house. You can choose, what sort of paneling you want on the doors. But there's a lot of choice, but limited. You can't say, I want a 60-inch range and I don't want a microwave above it. And so this was the fanciest of was a GE Cafe version of the appliances. So I may end up swapping those, it may not, depending on how much of a showroom this becomes. But the house is 3,097 square feet. I think the base price, just to give you a reference for what a house like this costs in Central Florida, on a 0.26 acre lot. Now we did have to pay a lot premium because of this. You know, we're on the retention pond on the water. But this was, I think when I loaded it up with everything, I did like a green speed Carrier Infinity, or what's the new version of the Carrier Infinity. I did, you know, tile throughout the house. We did their, whatever they call level 7 quartz countertops, their best appliances. So I basically spent as much money as you could possibly add on to the house. So I think it was about $150,000 of add-on. So base price was right around $600, and so I think the final price on this was like $760, something like that, just to give you a frame of reference for, you know, what a house like this costs in Central Florida. And we're paying a premium for a house that probably was $450 not that long ago, $400,000, but you know, prices of homes have risen quite a bit. So the main family room area, we had already ordered at Scott's Antique Market. If you haven't watched the Helen series, we go shopping for the stuff. The furniture's being built, so it's a 12-foot by 9-foot sectional. I'm gonna do an 83-inch LG G3. There's not a big difference between the G3 and G4, and so I'm gonna find a G3 and then a BDI stand below it. I haven't picked out the speakers yet, but we're gonna do 5-channel Atmos, 2 subwoofers, the side surrounds, and then we're going to do 4 height channels above, overhead. And so we'll do Dolby Atmos in here. And then Perry is adding a bunch of lights because there's only 4 light fixtures in this giant room. Entry's right there. That hallway goes up to the bonus room. This is the primary or master area. The problem with a layout in this type of house is that what we don't like is the master is right like in the living room. It's very similar to how we had in the Harbor Hills house, but this is 600 square feet bigger than the Harbor Hills house, so we hopefully will like it a little bit more. So bed goes here, a couple of end tables, and then the master bathroom is back here where the guys are working. So we're doing all the OG Aspire closets. So we'd ordered those. Brooke and Kyle designed those for me. We'll have a video series on the install of that. Water closet, shower. So this is a primarily single story with a bonus room above the garage. It's the biggest single story option they provided or had for us. But again, some choice, but it's certainly not custom. But this is cool out here. Check this out. So that's Ryan's football stadium where he's going to be playing football, you know, and the high school is right there to the left. The junior, the elementary school, the middle school is over there where Kate's going to school. It's pretty wild. And then my office, Middleton, will be right behind the high school, and so we're going to build a showroom there. But we'll also be doing outdoor kitchens in that showroom and the Destination OG side of it. And so this section here, we're planning to build an outdoor kitchen that people can come and experience and see. And so this, like I said, again, this will become a studio or, you know, or a model home of sorts. And I guess technically it'll always be for sale. If somebody wants to buy it, outfitted and completed, I'll do another house. The problem is we probably won't be able to get a lot. Michele was on the list and knew, you know, when this lot was becoming available. We were able to push the driveway back 20 feet because most of the driveways are only 18 feet long. So I have a almost 40-foot driveway now. Most of the homes, their driveways right on the street. Kitchen with the big island is, you know, I think cool. We'll order some bar stools. We'll show you the table and stuff that we bought at Scott's. Oh, nice. Mike got us a broom at Home Depot. He's setting up our washer and dryer. This section back here is Kate's area. So this is the Kate wing. A couple of linen closets. This is going to be a guest room. We're going to put a couple of twin XLs. I think twin XL beds are the secret. It's the same length as a king. So 2 twin XLs equals a king. So they're, what, 80 inches long. So it adds that extra 4 to 6 inches of depth to the bed so that adults can sleep in a twin size bed if needed. And then this is Kate's room back here. But you see, they didn't do any overhead lights. And so Mr. Perry is dialing in our lighting here. and we're putting 4 can lights. We're going to be doing Cree fixtures and Satco bulbs in here. Ryan's already gone around and swapped out the Satco bulbs for us, and then we're going to be doing all the Cree recessed stuff. With the exception of these here, we're going to swap out these fluorescents, move them to the ceiling, and put in DMF linears. DMF is better, but it's 4 times the price of a Cree. I think this home, the level of this house, Cree makes a lot of sense. And so we have DMF to show people in my house up in Lady Lake, and then this house down here in Middleton will do the Cree stuff. You can see we swapped out the bulbs. 3,500 Kelvin is the color temp you want here. We'll also do RAW2 select, so we'll swap out all the control. Not necessary to go up to RAW3 for us here. RAW2 select will be perfect for what we need for this house, because we'll probably have 45 different devices, maybe 50 devices in here. With our move to add obsessed home theater, this up here could become pretty cool. Some sort of home theater up here. It's not ideal in that it's 12 feet wide, 27 feet deep, and it has the trapezoidal type ceiling. So I think we'd have to block out the window, but we have something to work with here. It could be really cool and showing what a nice normal bonus room could become. And this isn't on my list to tackle yet, but we'll get here someday. So again, I think a nice house that they're now about double the price of what they used to be. I still think that this becomes a pretty solid 10-year investment for us. And we're going to get a lot of use out of it because, again, our kids they're both athletes, and so they end up having to drive back and forth 2 or 3 times a day. And when you're driving 40 minutes each way, it's just not practical. And so we are been very fortunate, very blessed to be able to do something like this. I basically just had Michele save her salary in a separate, high interest bearing money market account until she got enough money to make a down payment on a, $700,000 house. And then she's going to basically pay the mortgage out of her salary, because it was like a found salary for us, and that, with the business, I've been able to, fund our lifestyle. And so I think it's money better spent for our family to have this place. And then who knows, we may like it here, and I may consider selling the Lady Lake house. But my long-term plan, have this house, have the Lady Lake house. Hopefully they continue to appreciate a little bit, or at least break even. I pay down or pay off the mortgages, and then take and sell those 2 houses when our kids graduate, and then we go and buy a really cool property somewhere and do the custom OG home. I don't know that I'll make it that long, but that's my plan at the moment. We'll see if that works. So let's start digging into getting all the stuff in the house, and I'll share with you all the unboxing of all that stuff.
So let's look at the trailer. So we have quite a bit of furniture on top. We did the upper deck, and we saved the lower deck to get everything at Matt's. Got Ryan helping, some uplift desk there. He's got it. We installed your PS5s inside. That's very important. We didn't set it up yet.
So if you're not familiar, in Atlanta, I guess by the airport, east of the airport, there's a flea market looking thing where all the interior designers go from the southeast called Scott's Antique Market that Laurel turned us on to. So all this stuff up here, we outfitted pretty much the whole house for, what do you think, Mike? Maybe a third of what it would have cost?
Probably.
Maybe this trailer would come in handy. I'm gonna push back. Lisa Susi, these are her photos. Michele doesn't like them. I love these. They made it here. They might not be going on the wall though.
This is highly valued.
That's the expensive one.
Maddie likes these paintings. He's a real big fan. I don't know how much he spent on them, but I'll tell you what, this lady was very happy. Matthew Mormon, well, he bought 1, 2, 3, 4 paintings from her. I see how he Tetris the whole furniture. We got everything that he bought in one level.
Truck driver, let's not forget.
Strapped every, yep, truck driver. Did 1,300 miles of towing this last week. No damage.
You tell them the story of the guys?
No, I did not. You should tell. Well, we did on the Helen vlog, but you should tell it again. It's a pretty good story.
So we hired, what are they called?
Porters.
Porters. So we hired a porter to help us, because what you do is you run around this place and you buy all this stuff from different vendors, and then you hire a porter to help you with carts.
They collect it all and bring it to one spot outside.
So the lady who sold us a bunch of this accoutrement stuff, she's like, "Can you use my guy?" I'm like, he needs, it's a good guy and he's better than the other guys. And so he gets him and his buddy, and they come and help us. Now, we did like 80% of the work.
We did.
But he, at the end, after they moved everything, we wanted to pack everything in the trailer. But normally they would do it all for you, and you just sit there. Because there's all these like blonde interior designer ladies that aren't carrying anything, right? And so I went up to him. I said, how much owe you guys? I'm just cringing. I'm like, oh, he's going to tell me $2,000 or something crazy. And
he said, whatever you want to bless us
And he's
with.
like, yeah, whatever you felt, would bless us, sir. And I was like, how about $300? And I handed it to him, and he
was in disbelief. He and the other guy, Matt, turned around. He's, oh my! And then they started hugging, high five. The one dude kissed the other guy on the cheek, and they
for like three minutes straight. I felt it made me feel good, but.
Well, you did say the right thing. You said, man, this changed this guy's week or month or whatever.
I have no idea. I had zero frame of reference. And I was in that money spending mode. It's like already allocated.
300 compared to 30,000.
Throwing money around like it's frickin'
1%.
Once you break the seal, I'm like, let's just get it done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I had planned. I'd planned ahead. We just budgeted this, scheduled it. I've been saving cash on the side, it's a little side cash.
Yeah, you've been saving that for a while.
Yeah. So
it was nice.
Feel good about it. I just transferred cash for goods.
Cash that's actually diminishing in value every day.
For goods that are diminishing in value every day. Yeah.
Well, whatever. You need these. A stack of paper.
The part that people have a hard time understanding is that when I do something like this, I figure out a way to monetize it. Like this house will make me more money than it costs.
Yes.
Because I'm going to figure out a way to share.
That's the entrepreneur in you.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Where's my spider code knife? Got to do a product placement. This thing is so cool. I was so fired up with Bryce's idea on this. I thought this was the coolest thing in the history. Did you see this? How cool that is? The spider.
It's super nice.
Spider leaving the OG hex.
That's cool. I like that.
So you got a separate handle in here that you can swap to?
Oh, I guess.
You don't know what's going on here?
Different color handle?
Clearly they didn't consult me on the style of the handle here.
What's up with
that? This is like a, what do they call that, periwinkle? I don't know what we got. Oh, that's good. What do I got here? Aha, you'll like this. Let me show them the spreadsheet so they get a sense for where'd my computer go? And so here's all the stuff. So you have, All-Clad and De Meyer, De Boyer, and, Le Creuset, all this fancy stuff, Simple Human, the Axle Knives, Weber Workshops, and, where you get everything with links, everything in white. I did order these already. I do have to set up my Mountain Valley delivery here. So if you do everything and you create a summation, you have 16,705. But that's like mixer, pots and pans, glassware, everything you need for the house.
Vitamix is on there?
Yeah, that's a Vitamix with the food processor attachment, KitchenAid. Yeah, it's the most expensive things were the Vitamix and the knives. The knives are $2,500. If you don't buy those knives, the Axle Super Gal, then it can be much more reasonable. So this is USA Pan. I made a list of all the pans I think you'd want. I don't know how many hours I spent on this, but it wasn't a few. It was a lot. But I find this to be fun. And I plan on doing this with the other houses in the future because remember, to me, the garage is attached to the house, but we still have to obsess over what goes in the house. And then, who knows, maybe I'll start selling USA Pan as well. Mattresses were delivered. Electrical's getting done. What else we got going on? We got light bulb swaps. This is something you got to do, people. And I'm the only one who freaking has these. You can't find these anywhere. So this house is pretty modern-ish, right? This is more like transitional, I guess you would call this. And so they put all these terrible, heat-sinked frosted bulbs. Well, what you want a clear glass bulb, but this is like the only ones. It's very hard to find 3,500 Kelvin. And so 3,500 Kelvin is the color temp I think you want in a house like this. And so when we take these out, it's gonna be a little hot.
No.
So you're gonna swap this for a filament type bulb. And then proper color temp. And then these will match the Cree's 3500K as well. But we have these, we generally stock these. I probably don't have them in stock by the time you're watching this video because I just took all the ones we had. I took like a boatload of them. But look how much better that looks already. That's the kind of install you're looking for, Mike.
Yeah. I do that all day. No stress on the body.
And we can only do, I was thinking the ceiling's flat. We can only do 1, 2, 3, 4 more?
Oh, okay. So
think?
you want on the top?
I think so.
Yeah, but on the plan it shows me to the side.
Yeah, let's not do that because that'll be kind of weird.
Okay.
Why don't we measure for Hafele?
Okay.
I brought a tape measure. You gonna do pot organization in this house?
So this would be towels.
So you don't put an organizer in there.
This is a good sized drawer here.
You could probably do silverware and knives in that drawer. Or do you want a separate drawer for knives?
Oh, we still got fish oil on them?
No.
Fish oil
Mike's imagining some things now. You know what it probably is I ate my supplements this morning. I don't know, Mike. I don't know what to say. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw out the kitchen a little bit here. So we should do.
Make me some of these cookies.
So that way Matt knows because he doesn't know which ones he wants to do yet.
I spent every penny that Michele made in the last 2 years in about 12 hours. This is when you're making some Maddie level pastries. Look at this sucker. It's like, it's the heavy duty one. You're gonna get some serious sugar on that plate. I wanna put these all in this drawer here, Kate. We're gonna get some organization stuff here, some Hafele. So right now, here, put the wooden ones in there, in that thing. So, Le Creuset. I used to call it La Creuset, but that's not his. Le Creuset. Le Creuset.
Can I get the table?
Ow!
Got this. I like to have complete sets of things. And so I went on their website. I've spent way too many hours kind of putting this together, and I like matching colors. So.
Like that to make it smaller.
Yep, I gotta season those. What is that face? Shelly, you gonna tell us about your place, your house?
Nope, you already did it. I'm so excited.
All right, KB, these all go in that thing. Take that plastic off of those spatulas. So first step, take it out of the box. Second step, just put it somewhere. Third step is, third, fourth, fifth, 17th step is the then dial it in.
Over here.
Well, we're just kind of putting it in the drawer for now.
I'm doing that.
Okay. Kate's showing some promise of Mormonism.
She got voted most organized in her whole class. So
Yeah.
she definitely,
She's got-
the teacher has her go and organize all the kids' desks when they get messy.
She's got a little bit of promise.
So we thought you would be proud.
We're working on her. Got the all-clad strainers. DeMeyer. These are my favorite. This DeMeyer Atlantis. This is what you're hoping for in life. This is where it's at. That made-in stuff I have in Helen is junk. I got duped. I got marketing duped. But sometimes it happens to the best of us. Even the best shoppers in the world sometimes make a mistake, you know. I don't like this kind of stuff, so those are all Debuyer, D-E-B-U-Y-E-R. So those are all carbon steel. I like carbon steel better than cast iron. I don't know, I just like it. Michele hates it.
I was like, what do I?
It's a little bit more work. You know, you have to season it first, which he doesn't have to do. But then you have to continue. You have to wax it. You know, after every wash. So she doesn't like it. So I got a couple of these. This is not part of the Atlantis line. This is the lower end line of Debuyer, but it has, you know, Teflon, which will kill you, but apparently she doesn't mind.
Who wants to cook, clean the pan, and then put it back on the stove to season it after you've already... No,
It takes
not
like
happening
a
ever.
minute.
No.
Dad, you're leaving garbage.
What?
You're leaving garbage.
Oh, put it somewhere. So just put this stuff somewhere and we'll figure it out later. No, not later. Later means you would never figure it out. Later is the next step. So you got to think about things a little differently.
Just getting the dryer hooked up in the washing machine. The dryer has a steam function, so had to buy another hose and a Y to Y off the cold water supply. And then we're going to get the duct hooked up, and Mormons can wash their stinky laundry.
Yeah. Any tips or tricks here?
Well, I like to use, on gas line, I like to use pipe sealant rather than tape. So that would be my tip.
And trick? Mm-hmm. Or is the trick different?
No tricks, just tips.
So this is not high-end stuff. I mean, it's Crate and Barrel. This is what they call their Aspen line. You know, my guess is it's probably not going to hold up as well as the Noritake stuff that I'm used to. But the Noritake just feels dated. You know, it just does, like the Noritake that we did in. Yeah, and so this looks super modern and really nice, but it's, you know, I suspect we'll end up breaking a lot of these. But I think the entire full suite of like 12 of everything is like $1,800 or something like that. You know, in comparison to what it could be, you know, you could spend $1,800 on just 12 plates. You know, if you buy the, you know, really expensive stuff. So I think this is going to do well for us, but we're going to find out. I wanted to buy it and test it. And so I did all the bowls. I basically just sat there and figured out what would be an appropriate full set of stuff. So, but when you buy stuff from Crate and Barrel, you got to check it because they don't package it very well. So a good percentage of stuff gets broken.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you fired up about these, Wamba? I got them to try.
What do you think?
I think they're pretty sweet. Check it out. So you've got very precise looking stuff. I like that your adjustments right here. It's very precise in half increments for pepper. That's pretty sick.
That's part of the giveaway, actually.
Yeah?
Yep.
So I bought these retail. Shoot. I just bought them right from the site.
Seriously?
Yeah. I didn't know that we had them, and yeah. I just noticed I was on an ordering streak.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a salt one. So these are what, $5.98 or $600 for the set, something like that.
What? I need to be not in here.
This is a once in a lifetime purchase, though.
Exactly.
Dad,
You're supporting this, Mike?
For those?
He sent me the link.
This? Oh, it's your fault.
Yeah, that's a pretty good looking setup there. You guys get the OG knife. The periwinkle's growing on me.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
periwinkle. I don't think of periwinkle.
Yeah. What is it, Weber?
Weber Workshops. It's
Yeah,
like
Weber
Himalayan-
Workshops, yeah.
Himalayan salt and pepper.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. So if you want to get in the garage giveaway, you get good odds. And I'm telling you, if you get your hands on this. I have the man kitchen version and I have the Hexclad version, and there's no contest. No, I haven't actually used it yet, but looks pretty sweet. What are we doing here?